about this week. On Monday, 9 of NASCAR's biggest teams announced the formation of the Race Team Alliance. It includes the major players in the sport, including Childress, Hendrick, Ganassi, Gibbs, MWR, Penske, Petty, Roush, and Stewart-Haas. Several notable teams, however, are currently not part of the RTA. Among them are longtime established teams, the Wood Brothers Racing, and fairly new organizations like Tommy Baldwin Racing. So to find out how the smaller teams not in the Alliance feel about the RTA announcement, Kelly Status went to Tommy Baldwin Racing today to catch up with the team's owner.
Tommy, you are not one of the 9 teams as part of the Race Team Alliance. When did you first learn about it?
I mean, we've all been talking about it the past month or two, just trying to get everything in order and try to figure out what everybody was doing. But, you know, I think the key thing was to get those 9 main people all on the same page. I think that was going to be the hardest thing to do, and I think Rob Kaufman accomplished that, getting everybody together and doing that. You know, obviously none of us, including those other 9 owners, really know what's going to happen yet. It's in its early stages, but I think it's important for this type of stuff to happen for sure, and you know, the rest of us will hopefully become part of it here in the very near future.
Yeah, we've heard from Rob. We also heard a bit from Richard Petty, but what are your impressions of exactly what this organization is meant to do?
Well, I think it's important that, you know, like Rob said, to go after certain things as a group to help all of us. You know, whether it be, like you said, hotels or anything with travel or parts, I think it's important. You know, most other sports teams, they kind of do that together, and I think it's a good idea to get the ball rolling on our sport as well.
So it sounds like you want to be a part of it. When do you see it being opened up to some of the other smaller, for lack of a better term, teams? Yeah,
I mean, I think soon. I think they got it out a little early just to because it started to get talked about, and we all wish we could have got everything done at the same time for it to be announced, but it just had to happen, I think, like that. And like I said, I think it's a good thing for our program. I think it once we all become a part of it, I think it helps the value of all of our programs, and you know, we'll see in time what all the things that we can accomplish.
Kelly, thanks for your time. I think it's good to get the smaller team, if you will, reaction to this, Bobby. But what do you think about what Tommy had to say?
Well, a couple of things I thought is that obviously he already knew about it. He's known about it for a few months, and he knows the value of the benefits that's going to come out of it. The big guys, the big teams have started the program, and they're going to add the Tommy Baldwins of the world racing that can help them out. So he realizes the benefit, just like the guys that have the big Air Force, you know, the big fleet.
As Rob Kaufman said.
Exactly. So it's going to be really good for these guys, I think.
Yeah, I found it interesting. He said it took a while to get all of the 9 major players on the same page. And Ricky, you said it yesterday. You think at the end of the day, the smaller teams like Tommy Baldwin Racing, they're the ones who will wind up benefiting. Still think that?
Well, I do. I think, you know, I don't think they have anything to lose, but I think they have a lot to gain, and that will be just sort of, even if they, there's a trickle-down effect, I think they're going to be able to take advantage of some of these cost-saving measures.
Real quick, former owners, Cup Series, Nationwide Series, do you watch the bottom line all the time as owners?
You know, I think as an owner-driver back in the day, I mean, if you needed something to make you go fast, you'd go get it somehow or another. But at the same time, you'd always have to watch everything else that plays in effect.
Yeah, you know, Marty, we didn't really have, you know, a sort of a tight budget. If we needed extra money, we would just sort of take it out of the driver's salary, because the driver didn't like it. Well, the driver did like it because he was going to benefit. A good example on the brakes. You know, if all of a sudden a set of brakes you bought today were obsoleted in 2 weeks, you went out, you didn't have the money, you took it out of the driver's salary, and you bought new brakes.
There you go.